The history of Epworth started around 1890 when the Methodist missionaries were given the permission to occupy the land under the leadership of Reverend John White and Reverend Shemin, both from the United Methodist Church. In the late 1970s, Epworth witnessed a population surge as people originally from rural areas sought semi-urban refuge during the liberation struggle. Upon the country's independence in 1980, movement of people to urban setups continued to increase, and Epworth was also not spared from accommodating increased populations. The infrastructure and services could not accommodate the population, leading to government's intervention in bringing sanity to the resettlement. With the setup and the living standards, the government mooted the idea of a planned and sustainable settlement that would be incorporated into the city of Harare in terms of the Urban and Councils Act, Chapter 29.15.
Epworth is a council on its own, which was established in 1989 by government. It's separate from city of Harare. Most people will mistaken it as if it's under city of Harare. It's actually a standalone council with its own powers and with its own council.
Thus, the birth of Epworth Local Board in 1986 with the mandate to turn the settlement into a modern setup that fits the standard of Harare. Transforming the resettlement required resources and the involvement of the people that include the change of the mindset of the people in realizing the need to live in planned and organized locations and abandon unorderly famous settlements. With government working towards achieving the new set goals, around 1985, more people continued to flock into the area.
It's the residents who started this project, the initiative, who took the initiative to regularize areas. They paid for planning, they paid for title service, and they cannot be against their own project.
The services that were available remained strained by the increased population. Currently, the population of Epworth is estimated at around 200,000 people plus. Since most residents of Epworth had settled in the area spontaneously, the local board managed to regularize some of its areas into proper locations, with roads and stands for commercial purposes being clearly identified. Glenwood is one of the brainchild of the Epworth board, where services such as roads, sewer, and water were put in place before the construction of houses.
Where we don't have proper water and sewer infrastructure in those areas. So investors who are interested, they can come in and look at those projects and actually take them up. And then the other second issue is on the roads, construction of roads in those particular areas where we are formalizing. We also expect investors to come in and actually consider taking part in the construction of roads, and also on sewer ponds. We expect investors to come in and actually look at the project of sewer ponds. If they're interested, they can actually consider taking them up.
A successful land developer, Shelter Zimbabwe, partnered Epworth Local Board in servicing stands under the Rockville and Adelaide Acres projects. Balancing Rocks is one of the tourist attraction sites which Epworth is endowed with. The eye-catching rocks amuse visitors on how they are piling on top of each other and beside one another, forming pillars and stakes balance without falling.
We are still a developing peri-urban area. We still have land to develop. Again, we have our balancing rocks, which are a tourist attraction.
The site was declared a national monument in 1994, with the place being protected by the National Museum and Monuments of Zimbabwe. A dam, popularly known as the Pool of Death, is also a common feature for bad reasons, but the place is said to be transformed into a hub for market gardening. There are plans to erect a fence and protect the dam before making the water useful.
We don't have reliable sources of water. We use boreholes and open wells, of which we expect investors to assist us by opening their businesses in our community and helping us develop, bring water to the community.
With a population of around 200,000, the town has 2 polyclinics that serve the community and surrounding areas. The 2 clinics are not adequate considering the ever-increasing population. Some of the departments housed by these clinics include maternity, tuberculosis department, a pharmacy, and a laboratory.
We have a lot of challenges where we don't have other facilities at our polyclinics. So investors, again, they can actually consider coming up and partner council in terms of providing services which are not currently there. So most of our patients were actually transferring them to Chitungwiza, Harare Hospital, Parenyato. So there's a gap, quite a number of gaps on the health delivery service which should be filled in.
However, an area meant for a hospital has been set aside with calls for investors to come forward and grab the offer.
Yeah, it's possible to have a hospital because we already have a hospital site which has been actually planned and reserved for that purpose. It's available.
A road network that links the satellite town to Harare, thus Chiromba Road, is well constructed. There are plans to construct a state-of-the-art hotel, and Epworth being close to airport makes it very convenient to have such a facility. A well-positioned industrial park close to a water source, a dam is located some few meters from the main road, which makes it easily accessible.
Epworth needs to develop. We are looking forward to opening businesses. Epworth is open for business. We have the capacity to avail land to investors so that they help us in developing our community. Previously and now, Epworth has been known for illegal settlements, and now we want to regularize all settlements so that by 2023 we will attain town status.
The community has 7 primary schools and 4 secondary schools that accommodate local peoples and others from neighboring communities. Our vision: a prosperous and empowered urban community by year 2025. As Epworth local board, we say our doors are open to all of you. We value you, and we are looking for business opportunities with you, be it in water and sewer reticulation, industrial, construction, you name it. Come forward and let's talk business. We are open for business. We are mandated to provide quality and sustainable social service to the community through citizen participation to be part of us in the delivery of our success story.